That's the sound of your minds exploding.
What's up, everybody? It's Easy Street Gaming, bringing you everyone's favorite video on how engineered clans can ruin your life. So, I want to start with the video showing you what we faced in this clan. There was a gentleman by the name of Matt, AKQJ10, and apparently he's got 17 brothers and sisters, because there was 18 of them in the clan. Which, I know everyone has more than one account, but when you're dealing with 18 or 16, whatever the hell it was, and half of them are engineered, makes for a rough time. And by the way, this is not a total bitch session. It's not going to be this negative thing. I just want to go over kind of what we went through and what you can do to avoid it, because there's chances out that you're making the same mistakes that we were. Here we are, level 14 clan, and we thought we were telling our guys to do the right thing, and we weren't. Or maybe we were at one time, but now we're not. We're gonna watch this first attack kind of in the background while I just go over a few things. First thing is, though, all these spaces were people that used to be in the clan, and now they're not. And it's not because they hate us or they have attitude problem with us. It's because we can't win as a team, because we told them all to upgrade as 0.5s. And if you don't know what that is, I'll explain that a little bit now and a little more later. 0.5 is when you upgrade your town hall, let's say from 8 to 9, and what you'll do is you'll upgrade to town hall 9, but you won't add any of your defenses until you have at least one set of troops maxed out for Town Hall 9, and you feel comfortable 3-starring a Town Hall 9. Then you'll put on your, and basically the way it used to work is that you'll still deal with Town Hall 8s in war, across from you at least, and really farming you get Town Hall 9s as soon as you upgrade. You most of the time in Town Hall 8, as you're at the end of Town Hall 8, you'll see a lot of Town Hall 9s, but more or less. You upgrade your defenses first. Your troops first. Make sure you stay offensively strong, and then you upgrade your defenses second. Because the way it worked is that if you upgrade your defenses first, that's how they kind of gauged your base with the base weight, the war weight, and you would just pretty much hinder your progress if you upgraded all your defenses first, because you'll be facing a lot harder opponents. Now, as part of a fair play clan, our idea is not to cheat or not to try to gain an advantage through some kind of manipulation, although apparently that's how it was seen. But that's not what our intention was. We thought it was a smart thing to do. We figured that the 0.5 is a smart way to go about doing things, and to combat the 0.5, the engineer clans. On an engineered basis, someone that will go and upgrade their offense multiple levels above their defense. So there'll be a Town Hall 10 on offense and a Town Hall 7 on defense. So what you'll see typically, now I already forget exactly what I set up here. This is a Town Hall 11, and what I was doing was putting out all the defenses that you'll see in a typical Town Hall 11 as far as a 0.5. Now you'll notice that in a 0.5, the Inferno Towers, which were in Town Hall 10, they're on the board. All of the crossbows are on the board. Basically, all the defenses are out there except the Eagle Artillery. You'll hold off on the Eagle Artillery until you feel comfortable 3-starring the Eagle Artillery. And I know that's kind of a gray area. When do you feel comfortable or whatever? But one of the points of being a 0.5 clan and being a fair play clan is not to upgrade Town Hall until you're maxed out. So you have to still max out every level. You just max out differently. You'll just max out your offense first, defense second. But that's an important part of being a 0.5 is never to go to the next town hall level before you're maxed out. Now, mind you, most people that we started to explain the difference between a 0.5 and engineered, or the different ways that you upgrade your base, that's the first time that most of them have ever heard of a strategy during upgrading. Most people just basically, as soon as they get to the town hall level, they throw everything that they get on the base as soon as possible, and they just go crazy upgrading whatever they can. So this kind of got all of our guys into the mindset of there was an order to things, and kind of got them thinking about the big picture, thinking about how what they do on their base affects the whole clan, and it kind of helped them organize their base in line with the rest of the clan. So it was actually a really good thing for them and the rest of the clan. Now, you see I'm starting to separate some defenses here on the screen. For the engineered base, if they're an 11, they're going to leave out the Eagle Artillery. They're going to leave out the Inferno Tower. They're going to leave out the crossbow. Normally they'll keep their mortars, their wizard towers, their bomb towers upgraded very low. You know, level. Everyone was a little different. Some of the more hardcore engineered people would not put these on the base at all. There was a trend going on for a little while, which I don't see as much anymore, but there were defenseless bases where they just have the first cannon in the game and all the traps, and then that kind of progressed into them putting the air defenses down and the Teslas down because they are pretty low weight, even though they have a lot of value for how much weight they have. But anything that does splash damage, like the wizard tower, like the mortars, like the bomb towers, they all had a lot of weight associated with them. They can kill a lot of troops at one time, and you can't. A good example is you can't attack with 300 barbarians because one wizard tower could pretty much wipe them all out. So that's why they had such a high war weight. Whereas a single target Inferno Tower, it can't really defend itself against 30 barbarians because it's single target and has to switch and has its build up. So that's why these splash damage defenses have such a higher war weight. So if you look on the left side of the screen, you'll see these are all the defenses that players will use if they're an engineered base. If they're developing an engineered base, they no longer have to really go with the defenseless base, which they did for a long time. They can actually max out the Teslas, the air defenses, the archer towers, the cannons, the sweepers, and then all the traps. And if you maxed all those out and maxed out all your troops, which some engineered players don't do that, they'll just max out, for example, the lava hounds or the balloons, or they'll max out their favorite war attack, and that's it. And let's say if you get in a 20 versus 20 war against us, we will have 2, maybe 3 Town Hall 11s, and we'll have 6 or 7 Town Hall 10s, and we'll have the other 10 will be Town Hall 9s, maybe a Town Hall 8 down the bottom, usually not. And the other clan may have 13 or 14 Town Hall 11s, and 2 or 3 are maxed out all the way, and the others are maxed out on offense but not on defense, and their defense kind of looks like what we just saw on the left. So it gave them a huge advantage, which is why there's such a clear difference, in my opinion, between the 0.5 and the engineered clans. So we'll get right into it. Why would I make this? Why bother? This has been heavily debated. This is also probably brought to the table during every update, during every patch. Supercell. It's something that they keep their eye on, and they try to do things that are suitable for their players. And I know a lot of people don't share my opinion. I'm pretty fond of how you take Supercell for what they are. They're the developers of a game. I think they really do a good job of keeping track of their players, listening, and making changes that the players are asking for. They don't have to do that. I don't think they look at their bottom line and just look at their profits and make changes based on that. I think they really look at how they can make everyone happy, and in the long run that works best anyway. But every once in a while there are slight miscalculations and I'm going to call this one of those slight miscalculations. You know, in the clan wars, it's just an added feature of the game, kind of like the new clan games. It's something that we all take really seriously. As a matter of fact, people have changed how they build their account based on the clan wars. That's all they do. They're a war clan. That's all they do is these clan wars. And so and that's where the engineered came up. It came up to help people win. They stopped upgrading defenses, only upgraded troops. They joined together. They have these big clans with all offense strong, defense weak. Then they play other clans that are much weaker than them offensively, and they just wipe them out. But in really the big picture, there's no number one in the world as far as the clans. I mean, there are leagues, which we all love watching them with the elite play of leagues, but those are kind of fair play leagues where you have to be a maxed out player of whatever town hall level you're at, or at least even. They will never take an engineered account of any sort in any of the leagues. So why, Izzy? I don't want you to end up like us and tell your guys like I did that this is what you're supposed to do. We've been telling them for years that in order to compete, it's always smarter to upgrade your offense first. That slows down the progression of your opponents, and it gives you. With us, we usually try to influence our guys to start upgrading their defenses within a month or a little, give or take a week, depending on how much they're on. But we want them to get even as quick as possible. But we do want them to start off offense first because we thought it was smart. And I feel like it's a miscalculation to put a 0.5 clan in the same category as an engineered clan and then dish out engineered clans to the 0.5s constantly. I watched the footage from the last 10 wars. I record every one, and I because of what we've been seeing, I made sure to record the lineup and how many 11s they had, how many we had, and I was just amazed at just looking at it. It's a mismatch. When one team has 11 Town Hall 11s and one team has 3, I can't see how there can be any thought of it being even. So this is kind of a call to try to fix this. I know that I'm not the only one that's been hurt by this. As in my whole clan, we've had a separation where we had some major players have to leave because they didn't want to stick around and get beat up every single week by engineer clans. It just got too much for them. I don't blame them at this point. And now some of them can't go in war at all because they listen to me. Sorry guys. So point is, if you are a clan leader, stop telling people to build 0.5s until they fix this or change the way they look at your clan. Right now your clan is engineered if you're 0.5, and I promise you. And if you're wondering why you're getting so many engineered clans, because you're 1-2, because you have too many 0.5s in your clan. And for the developers, I'm no one. I'm just a voice, the old man. 0.5's not the same as engineered. I'm telling you that because that's the way it is. Now I've told them, so they'll fix it, guys. Don't worry. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone for supporting the channel. Till next time, been easy.